This is the plaintiff, Deborah Heggs. She says her neighbors have a faulty scupper on their roof, which causes their rainwater to pour into her drain, allowing unwanted water to enter her basement. She even had a certified roofer declare the problem was being caused by them, but the stubborn people just won't budge. She has no other choice but to sue her neighbors here and now for the $3,700 she's owed. These are the defendants, Calvin and Ruth Johnson. Calvin says he climbed a 40-foot ladder onto the plaintiff's roof and discovered her drain pipe was clogged, causing the overflow. It was so blocked with debris, even Stevie Wonder could see it wasn't draining properly, and that's what caused her basement problems. Their house is in good working order, and therefore, they owe nothing. They're accused of having rusty scuppers.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Deborah Heggs, you are suing Calvin and Ruth Johnson, your neighbors of many years,
Yes.
for $3,700 that you say it's going to cost to get new carpeting
Yes.
as a result of a repair they neglected to make to their house.
Yes.
Tell me how this happens.
Well, we have a twin property, and we have
So they're connected?
They're connected.
Okay.
And for over a year, I've been telling Calvin that the water runs from his roof, and when it runs down the side of the wall, or either runs over the roof when we have heavy rainstorms, and it floods my drain. Even though my drain works properly, I can't accommodate my roof, my rainwater, and his. And so this is...
Okay, I'm trying to understand. So but your roofs are equal in height, right? They're level?
Yes, but
okay.
it's the scupper.
The scupper, which is what?
It's where the water drains down.
On his side of the house, you guys share a dividing wall.
Yes.
And the scupper on his side of the house is in ill repair.
Yes.
And you have been bringing this to his attention. How
Yes.
did you know that it wasn't repaired?
Because when we get heavy rain, it looks like somebody is standing over there with a bucket and pouring water off the roof, and it's very heavy.
On his side of the house or on
my
your side?
Because we share a wall.
Do you have a picture?
Yes.
Let me see. Come on over here. Bring me the picture. Come on over here, and then maybe you can point to what.
Okay. This is the scupper.
Okay.
So when
that's his actual scupper.
That's his, and this is my yard. So when the rain comes, this opening right here, and this opening right here.
This, when you say opening, that's open because what? Because water has eroded it?
Yes, and and the water rolls off heavily. That's when we get heavy rainstorms.
Okay, now this one would fall over his property, and
no,
this
they're both maybe from the angle, but you can see this is my
that's
fence.
your property. Is his scupper? His scupper's not on your property. Scupper's on his property.
Right, but
but the water is traveling. You're saying,
Yes.
and gets into your basement.
Yes.
Okay.
And so when it comes down off of the roof, it comes all the way down, and it hits. A couple of things have happened. This is his garage.
Inside?
Inside.
How'd you get inside to take a picture?
The neighbor that was living there.
The tenant. Okay.
He's the one that brought it to my attention.
That there was water damage inside the garage.
Yes. And
your house is on the other side of that water damage.
Yes.
Okay.
And then here is an inside of the roof.
That's piping?
Piping.
That's busted?
From the ceiling. Because the water comes down, he has a hole on his roof. And as the water comes down from the roof, it's begun to eat away the floor in the kitchen.
In your kitchen or his
kitchen?
His kitchen.
In his kitchen. And so my neighbor was showing me that. But
so tenant's all on your side. Is a tenant still living there?
No, but he moved out.
Yeah, because of all of this?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on here?
So when the water would come from this scupper, it would kind of beat down.
Okay.
And it continuously beat.
What's this a picture of?
This is Calvin's side. This is my side.
Oh, this is the outside.
Outside.
I'm looking at. And then this cement that's here.
I had to get that done because it had put a hole by the wall. So when
the years of water.
The years of water, and as the water would come in, that's where this water is right here.
Wait. This is a picture of what?
My wall. I have a carpeted wall.
You have a carpeted wall?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Let me absorb that. What do you have a carpeted wall for? Is this an insane asylum?
I have the whole basement, part of the basement, as you can see.
It's all wall-to-wall carpeting?
Yes, and I had carpet on the wall.
What possessed you?
My mother did that.
She liked it? She just liked
She was, you know,
you could bounce off the walls without getting hurt?
a Renaissance woman.
A Renaissance woman. Okay, that's one way to look at it. All right, so the carpeting's all over the wall.
Right, so when the water would come down, it would kind of travel. And that's how you get this water.
Okay.
But the water.
This is a picture taken from inside your basement.
Yes.
Okay, I want you to go back, leave
Okay.
these with me,
All right.
and then I have some questions. How long have you folks been neighbors? Did
Since
they ever live there?
Yes, they
Okay.
just moved out in the spring.
Okay. How long had you been neighbors?
Since I was in my early 20s.
Okay. And so that's how long?
Well,
Well, I'm sorry you put it that way. I just asked how long you've been neighbors. You could have said 10 years, 15 years, but you...
20, 30, 40, 20 years.
So a long time. And had you had a good relationship as neighbors?
A wonderful relationship,
Okay.
which is
So did you ever say to him, you've got to take care of this?
Yes.
How many times?
At least 3, because at least in October, when I told him I was taking him to court, the neighbors had moved out and he was over removing
The
the
tenants.
trash, the tenants. And I said, Calvin, I know you got my letter. I said, so let's talk about this before we even get to court. So he says, I'll be right with you, I'll be right with you. And he never came. He ran to the
left
car.
when you weren't
yes.
looking. Okay, let me hear from you. Talk to me, Mr. Johnson, and tell me what's going on with this property.
Good morning, Your Honor. For over 20 years, as you said, we've been neighbors and we've had a great relationship. I loved her mother, okay? And so I would do whatever I could. Cut the grass, run errands, clean the roof. Now, on this particular occasion, we've had a real bad storm in September. And my tenants had called me and said that my neighbor, Deborah, was looking for me because she had some water damage and that they had gotten a little water in the garage and in the laundry room from the storm as well. So I went over there, I got the ladder, I went up on the roof, and as I got up there, I saw what the problem was.
And what was the problem?
First of all, I said to her, I said, in all the years that I've been cleaning your roof, I've never seen your sculptor and your drain backed up like it is from this particular storm. So I had carried a trash bag with me in which I put all the stuff in this trash bag.
The stuff from the drain?
The
leaves and debris?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I cleaned out the drain or the scuppers, which both of them was in working order. Now, over the years, whenever I would do that, when it was needed to put a new one in, I would, because I keep them at home.
That's what?
Sumner.
A scupper?
Scupper.
That's a scupper? I thought it
Yes.
looked different.
No, this is it. This is what fits down into the downsprout.
Okay.
This keeps the leaves and the debris from going down.
stopping the water flow down.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if I had known that we was going to be here today, I would have taken pictures and
Of
the
the
whole
vent,
9 yards. But
Or actually of the clogged drains.
yes,
But
exactly.
you knew that she was complaining about it and blaming it on the repair of your side of the roof.
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
why didn't you it would have been great to take pictures then, because you know when you're up that ladder, you know that there's already going to be a dispute, a brewing
Okay.
here.
Well,
right?
I'm glad to meet your acquaintance, but quite frankly, I'm very sorry to be here because I wouldn't want damage to my property, let alone I wouldn't want damage to her property.
Okay.
But as I was looking for the cause
Right.
of the problem,
And you're saying, are your drains, are they connected? Like, do they?
no. And actually, it's the roof, the ledge.
So the little raindrops that come from heaven and hit her roof are on her side, and the little raindrops that come from heaven and are on your roof are on your side. And you don't understand how it is that anything on your side could end up affecting her basement.
Correct.
It should only affect your side.
Correct.
But you do know, because you're handy,
Yes.
that water damage can travel through a wall and
know
not go
that.
straight.
Yes.
It's not a gravity thing. You do
Correct.
know that. All right.
Yes.
Clearly there's a problem, though, because there's all kinds of water in your garage. There's water damage in the wall. There is a problem. I guess what you're saying is it's her side that was clogged. It's not my side that's damaged. So what evidence do you have that his side was damaged?
Well, Your
as opposed
Honor,
to that you guys don't clean out your drain.
This is from license and inspection.
Oh, you called the inspectors?
They went out there and they wrote the same thing.
Did you get a code enforcement violation?
Yes.
She says no, but I guess there's things that he does that you don't know either.
Well, we had just got it lately.
You didn't mention it to your wife before you walked into people's court?
No.
How come?
I was going to tell her now.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Would you sue a neighbor that causes damage to your property?
Yes.
Why?
If it offends or damages me, on that basis alone, I would sue.
But on the other hand, people say, oh, we need to get along with your neighbor.
Yeah, but there's limits to everything. I mean, that's damage and it's my property. That's costing me money. And if they're going to be ruining my property, then why shouldn't I sue them for
Fair points. Fair points, both of you going inside the courtroom.
Tell her. You gonna tell her? We're waiting for you to tell her.
There was a letter from L&I saying that our drain was blocked and clogged, the downspout, and that's not true. Because when we rode by there this morning, we saw how the water was coming down. So much for that information.
Mrs. Johnson, are you surprised that nobody told you this before now?
I'm surprised.
Okay.
Okay.
All righty then.
Now, Your
According to
Honor-
this, you were cited on November 16th. And what it says is, vac enclosed property clogged near downspout, defective scupper, causing rainwater to come into the basement of adjoining property. If you fail to comply, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble. They'll force you to comply and then charge you. Defective or missing rain conductor downspout or gutter must be repaired or replaced. This is code enforcement that's saying that. So apparently, your defense is it's her side that's broken. They're not saying that. They went out there and they say it's your side that's causing water to go into her place. How do you expect me to rule? Who am I going to believe, you or my lying eyes, on code enforcement? I mean, look, you're a lovely man, but I'm about to draw a gavel down on your side.
All right, may I say something, Your Honor?
Yes, indeed. I live for the moment. Go ahead.
When I went up on the roof, I saw it with my own eyes.
Okay, I want you
And-
to stop though, Mr. Johnson, because we're
Yes.
not going to rehash the same thing we've talked about. What you needed to do, Mr. Johnson, when you knew that there was a problem is get a professional out there. You didn't do that. What you needed to do when you got cited is let your lovely wife, who is in here like completely blindsided by the fact that you've been cited by code enforcement, know so that she wouldn't be blindsided, okay? I realize that you were hurt because you guys have been neighbors a long time. You loved her mother, apparently, and your mother's gone now, and
Yes.
so that hurts, and I understand that. But if you're going to ignore the problem, it's your own fault you're here, right? It's your own fault you're here, because we're only here when someone has reached the exasperated point of damage on top of damage on top of damage on top of damage. If you're taking care of it, then you could all be lovely neighbors and bring each other cookies at Christmas still. But if you're not going to take care of it and you're going to treat her and them like you don't really care what damage happens to their house and it's fine and everybody else is lying and no and they're all wrong, nobody knows what they're talking about, everything's fine. If you're going to continue to tapar el sol con un dedo, cover the sunshine with one finger, if I go like that, I don't see the sun's gone, that's fine. It's your own fault that you ended up getting dragged here, okay? And I expect you to give him quite the to-do in the car on the ride home about how it is that you end up here. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is look at the pictures, look at the damage, and assess what I think it's going to cost. Depreciate the value of the rug so you don't get the amount for a brand new rug. And I come up with $2,500 for a verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, okay, let's see what the defendant has to say for himself. Step right over here, please, sir, and turn around and tell me how it feels to lose a case like that.
Well, it was the first time something like this that we've experienced.
How badly did it hurt that your good friend and neighbor winds up suing you like this? How badly does this hurt?
Well, we're still going to be friends. We're still
Right.
going to be, cordial.
Let me hear from the boss.
Sure.
Like I said, it's been, well, I didn't say, but it's been about 30 years that my husband has been their neighbor, and I've been here for the past 17 years. And we're like family, but this is what she felt that was, that had happened. And so,
Right.
my thing is I thought, how could you tell which raindrops went into the basement? But
You still good friends now?
yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Right down this way, okay?
Good day.
You too. All right, thank you. All right, come on in here. You feel the same way? Still good friends now?
Yes. Well, no.
because a good friend is honest to you. A good friend doesn't let you flounder and not try to help you.
Well, maybe it wasn't their best moment.
Yeah, but
Can you
I
forgive
have
them?
no ill feelings at all. We can still do dinner.
Yeah? You sure? You didn't seem
Posi-
so sure a minute
No,
ago.
I mean I'm being honest.
All right. Okay, Harvey.
Okay, Kurt, you know, there are mediation services in a lot of big cities. They're called neighborhood mediation, where if you're having a problem with a neighbor, you can actually go to this service. They're listed in the white pages and online, and they can actually solve a problem by getting the two of you in a room and trying to work out the differences. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.